Did I come back to in chat? Had to suffer through basketball talk. Oh my god. I have a question, basketball related. Korean guys here. Alright. Gotta know. I gotta get the basketball heads to weigh in on this. Alright, what's up, Oppo? Dexter fans of two previous generations? Yeah, old people unite. When putting together your top 10 list, is it valid if a player on the top 10 list has done stuff off the court but within the realm of basketball to increase their status on the top 10? For example, Larry Bird, Coach of the Year, also GM of the Year, came in, said, I'm going to coach exactly 3 seasons, turned the Pacers from ass into playoff contenders, and then ended up being the GM and once again built them into something good, and then left into the distance and got honors in every one of those times, or every one of those seasons. Listen, he's the only man to have done it. I think that's gotta start. I think that's gotta count for something. You got it. That has to count for something. Yeah, Jordan was ass. Jordan was a terrible GM. He never coached, to be fair, but I don't think he would have been a good coach either. He did get this. Jordan's off-the-court legacy is... well, the sneakers are part of it, but it's the... It was contracts and getting players paid. And like off the court deals. Right? This game is fire, isn't it, Oppo? No spoilers, you gotta be careful now. But, yeah. As soon as I saw it for the first time, it was my top anticipated game. And I'm glad it's all came together. Oh, it's all good, Oppo. You know what else I find interesting though? Magic Johnson didn't turn out to be very good off the court. Like in terms of like, you know, his front office or whatever shit. Like just. And I would, if you asked me like, do you think that Magic Johnson, you know, would make a good coach or a good GM? I'd be like, probably. You know, you classically think of the like a point guard mentality as being the one that would understand everything enough to be able to do it. Oh, I actually just went over some of my theories before I left. I'll do that again before I start up, just in case other people weren't here too. I'll go over my theory crafting. He's got that John Madden analysis. Thanks, man. Stating the obvious. Although, didn't Madden at least win some Super Bowls or some shit? Maybe I'm misremembering. Yeah, John Madden, what a fucking legend, eh? What an absolute legend. Come to think of it, you know what? Larry Bird, but he hated being on a microphone. Larry Bird probably would have been a fire fucking, like, halftime commentator. Breakdown analysis from Larry Bird? Are you kidding me? All the shit that Larry sees with his laser eyes as he's watching the fucking game, I would pay extra money for it. Wild to see Joker get put out. Understandably why it happened. But if his team was healthy and he wins the chip, I think that arguably would have been the greatest single season any basketball player has ever had. Jamal Murray haters are eating good. Jamal Murray is who Jamal Murray is. He is one of the streakiest basketball players I've ever witnessed in my life. It's insane. It's absolutely crazy. Seriously, he's either torching your whole team or he's torching his team. There is no in between. Like, he doesn't show up and have a mediocre game. Forever an OKC hater? I respect the fuck out of OKC because the like whoever put that team together. Okay, full disclosure, I've said this to Korean guy. I think I glaze OKC a bit because if I was putting a team together in the NBA today to dismantle the current meta, that's the exact team I'm putting together. It's literally the team that I would assemble. And I don't mean in terms of the players per se, although many of the players would be there, but like the composition of the team and how they play it. Oh, right, Seattle getting put up for, yeah, okay, fair. Yeah, you guys are getting another team, don't worry. The legendary Supersonics will be back again. Also, why I'm full sport, KD leaving OKC to the Warriors and getting a ring. Where Giannis goes? Yeah. I mean, short of another one of those like crazy trades that don't make any fucking sense that's clearly being headed by Adam Silver, there's only so many teams that can afford them. So, it gets a short list. I mean, you go to the Spurs, but then eventually the Spurs have to decide between Giannis and Wemby. But they have Wemby for what, 4 more years on contract? They can extend his rookie contract or whatever the fuck? Alright, so theory crafting. I'll catch Oppo up. Oppo, you still here? I'll catch you up on the theory crafting. They're here about to delay. Yeah, well, wait. I'll just wait to know for certain, and then I'll give my spiel. Give me time to finish my food here. I mean, Oppo might be AFK. I'll wait until he gets back. Did I have a think about how to beat the Batank? Nah. I didn't really have much time to. I just drove, pick up, and came back. Other than delaying their turn so they can't run, which doesn't seem like it's likely to be the case, but it might be. Other than that, I didn't think of anything. Fucking pyramid head ass dudes over here. Oh, these might be women actually. I can't remember if this enemy is a female or not. Yeah, that's one. Yeah. I was pretty confident in those parries, but apparently not.
Let the ink flow. Useful.
Oh. Trying to see if any of the symbolism in any of this shit is anything other than it just looks cool. Okay, going down. Well, hello. Okay, hold on. Okay. Oh. Oh, dear. Fucking... with friends, nonetheless.
A storm is coming. I'm gagged. Danger.
Please survive.
Five hours later.
Okay.
Oh, Claire and Obscure. Word? I did not take note of that because I'm an idiot.
That's better.
Oh, so it's not the first swing, it's like the fucking second one. Okay. That's kind of crazy that they've got enemies with those names. I mean, but what does it mean, Basil?
On me. Nice.
Here we go.
Twins, Basil, twins! No pun. Could be quite literal there.
Elements converge.
Blades sharp. Finesse and precision.
Doing in.
Good night. Going up. I'm fighting Weird Al now, yeah. I fucking leave something behind? It's good to point that stuff out right now because I'm on autopilot today a bit. Seems about it. Just the Mr. Mime. That's a bunch of big lads, isn't it?
Let the ink flow. Elements converge. Here's your card.
Probably not. Oh no, that's a bad combo. We live! I wonder if one of these absorbed that.
Death's a friend.
Let's find out. Oh, just nulled. Okay, fine enough.
Meet your
For everything else, there's Genesis. Ah, wow, wow. Ah, yes, hello.
Nice.
So we've seen two here, yeah? It's Expedition 70, but then we saw one other one that was like 60 something or whatever the fuck. Yeah, see, these are all like shattered, but then glued back together just in like that Japanese style that Dapred mysteriously fucking remembered the name of.
Okay.
Ew.
I die. So be it.
You're fine.
Let us stain them.
Oh wait, I didn't fucking... Oh well, whatever. I should have rested down there to replenish my shit.
Swiftly now. Your face.
Nice. Nice. It's kind of why I'm taking these fights is for the weapon upgrades. Just to get them even a little bit of the way to 19. It kind of sucks though, like if you're already pre-boosting weapons, so maybe it would have been better if they just gave you like a flat increase. Or some shit. I don't know, but no, that's probably dumb too, because if you had over-leveled it by the time you get here, yeah, no, that wouldn't work either.
Interesting.
Kind of an awkward system in general. I appreciate that they're giving that avenue so that, you know, it doesn't force people to run around looking for everything. But it also kind of punishes you for using the items. What happened? Oh, just a weapon upgrade. After the battle. I'm just talking about that mechanic.
Blade cut through the blades.
A storm is coming. Elements converge. I die, so be it. Your fate is sealed.
I'm terrible at that attack for some reason.
Let's
I wasn't even
dance.
close.
Careful, my ally.
Alright, we got one.
Now's our chance.
I like that you can get free upgrades, but understand that not being forced to use the items kind of removes the need for the mats. It's not that it removes the need for the mats, it's that it low-key kind of punishes you for using them a bit.
Meet your reckoning.
You know what I'm saying? Because when it's giving you the free level, it's not taking you to 19, which is the next tier of the item. It's taking you halfway up. And so, if you already spent the items to go halfway, and then you get here and it just does like nothing, then but then somebody else is rewarded with 5 free levels, and then you can use those same amount of mats to get you to 19 before using the other mat to go to 20. See what I mean? It's generous with certain mats. The mats that take you from 10 to 19 are not that prolific, and I mean I've been pretty thorough. I don't have an abundance of the 10 to 20s, and I've used many. Well, I haven't even used that many. I've used a handful on like one weapon per character. Yeah, you've got endless. That takes you to level 9. Like, just fucking swimming in them. In a way that doesn't make any sense, because most of the weapons you get are like already above that level anyway. And then I've got a reasonable amount for beyond level 20, but obviously not enough to like spam them across all characters. And even a couple for like the level 32 or whatever the fuck. You might have had a lot because of your time grinding specific areas that drop them as drop them, like, as a rare drop. Oh, it drops there always, yeah. So, like, unless you're farming there, you really, like, and I've been pretty thorough, I'm a pretty good gauge for, like, what you'd actually expect to have, and you get a reasonable amount, you don't get that much. So if you spend it on something and then you go into an area and you're getting that, it kind of like, it's almost as if you wasted them. Whereas if you waited, got the level 15, then used them, now you're getting to level, 19 on the same amount of mats, well, a little bit more, right? So it's just it's a bit awkward. I appreciate it, but yeah, it's a bit awkward. This is the battlefield. So yeah, my suspicions about, like, all this shit were right. This is like a reorganization of all the shattered shit, but also put back together. But she took us through a portal. Let's play the Theorycraft game. What if this is like... What if this is the paintress's attempt at repairing what is being broken? And her role in this is not necessarily aggro so much as she's trying to repair something that Renoir is spearheading. The destruction of things to live forever versus, and then she's repairing them, because this resembles the Japanese thing a little too much for me to ignore it. There's the motif of everything being broken and fractured. You okay, babe? Yeah. Okay. The picture frame lining up. If you look at, I figured they'd be doing this. It frames the limp dick Eiffel Tower. A grave. Ah, right. Uh-huh. Gustav's grave. And a new door. Looks like the final, almost looks like the final fight location for fucking Silent Hill.
Nice.
L'amour de mer? Is that not like love of the sea or some shit? Whilst you're here, do you want to know if you missed anything in any of the rooms? Well, I would hazard a guess that since you're asking me that, the answer is yes, I have.
His little grin.
Oh, names!
So proud of his latest creation.
Julie, Simon, and
But at least those
Aline.
memories remain. What hurts more are the memories unmade. The conversations we'll never have. The time we'll never spend. I want rage to consume me. Anything to fill the hollow. But rage won't come. And I just float in an endless nothingness. The person I cannot be around is Alicia. Her pain is a broken mirror. The shards reflecting back tenfold, and every moment with her the cuts deepen and I feel myself unraveling. I know.
Solid
what you
delivery
say,
here.
But this is the first time I've felt any surcease. For a few moments a day, my heart beats again.
What, babe? Is the what? Oh, is that what's cutting in your throat? Yeah, it's dry, so it can do that. The, fried chickpeas. Okay, so, Aline, the mother, probably paintress. Simon, hard to say who that is at this time, but this is looking like Aline could be, possibly, being framed as the paintress here. It could be that this is post-house fire, where Alicia survived and the little boy did not. The way that she's speaking at the bottom of this makes me believe that, like everything we're seeing around us being glued together with the gold and whatnot, that she perhaps has been attempting to do some crazy shit to bring her boy back. Which might play into the modus operandi of Renoir, who, instead of having to go through this whole thing of loss. He just wants everyone to live forever. What's up, Oppo? So, I'll give you some theory crafting, though you might just be getting it now. I don't know if you're still, like, somehow minutes behind. I didn't even know it was possible on Twitch to be 2 minutes behind. But you let me know if you want some theory crafting. I will give you my theory crafting as of where I am right now. Want some theory crafting? Okay, you're not a million miles behind. That's good. Alright, so I've got a few. They're not all conjoined, or they don't all go together. Some of them are kind of branching thoughts. The first thing I noted at the very beginning of the game, like literally the opening, is that the Paintress, after she does her little fucking thing and waves her hand and David Blaine, new number, watch me make your people disappear. You know, she goes back into this, what is essentially this seated fetal position. She clearly looks saddened by something, grievously so. It's like, you know, that is a position that you take, you know, in only the greatest of you know, of sadness. So, or not even sadness, but maybe hopelessness, you know, something along those lines. So that I noted that right away, and it immediately made me think maybe she is not actually the one enacting the Gamage directly, or if she is the one, she's not pleased with it or is conflicted by it. It is not something that is being done out of it is not something that is being done or being observed by her in joy. It is distinctly not that. So that was interesting to me from the get-go. So it made me question some things. I then, as the game went on, you know, there's lots of dropped little things about characters seeing the traits of people that they knew in some Nevrons that we were coming across, and then to stack that on top of some Nevrons looking outright human, including some that you interact with quite closely, like the curator, for example, and the young boy and the older gentleman, and there's even a lady that you speak to, like, several times, faceless. And they all have the petals and stuff that you would have witnessed from the Gamage, but they're still there. They're like almost purgatorial in nature. They're like stuck in the lands between. And they almost speak like it's purgatorial. So, my next thought at that point was, well, perhaps the Gamage is not traditional death, you know, for the people of Lumiere and Lord knows where else, but perhaps it is a more transformative thing where we're taking them from one state to another, and perhaps to some degree how that can manifest is in Nevron. So that was my next thought. As the game continued to kind of unfold further than that, the whole thing with Gustav and then Renoir and Alicia and whatnot, and this connection that is clearly being observed between Mael and Alicia and the rest of the would-be family. We know that Mael is you know, deep into the Lumina stuff. She's very, you know, very talented with it despite her age. Seems to have an affinity for it. We know that she's, at least as far as Lumiere is considered, she's adopted. And so we don't really know if she knows too much about her birth parents, and so she's this unknown factor. She looks very similar to Alicia. They have this seemingly have this connection. There's a lot of dropped kind of things said and unsaid between Verso and Renoir that leads me to believe that Mael is either Mael is not of the same age as they are, but perhaps in some way is either a splitting off of Alicia as another being born of Lumina through the Paintress, or is simply another child that was born of the Paintress in some other fashion that, you know, ended up in this in Mael. Seems like there's enough of a connection there for that to be the case. If that's the case, then it's entirely possible that Mael has to die before all of this comes to a close. Next theory craft. Holy shit. Esque. I want to say Est with a T. My brain gets caught on that for some reason. Like Estee Lauder, the fucking company. Esquier. Esquier, almost guaranteed, is the third Axon. There's never two of anything. So he has the same mask as the other Axons. He is as powerful as the other Axons. If it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's probably an Esquier, but also an Axon. And if that's the case, then I also suspect at some point that, that Esquier will also have to die before the end. I believe that the Paintress is not necessarily this time, not necessarily the final boss of the game. I'm not even 100% convinced that you fight her traditionally. I think that it's more likely that it is something along the lines of Renoir or otherwise that ends up being kind of your final confrontation of sorts, because I believe that there is a puppet master that has yet to be fully made known to this whole thing. They might have been somebody that's already been introduced or not, but there's something else greater going beyond this whole thing, I'm pretty confident. That's where we're at with theory crafting. This journal adds to the idea. We also saw the after images earlier in this very zone that we're in of the mother with 3 children that were being all taught to be artists, which we know Gustav was as well, and you know he was big into fucking piano and all this other shit. There was 3 of them, 2 girls, intriguingly enough, and a boy. We've got the discussion around what I would assume is the boy, and then Alicia here, who I would then assume is the daughter, and then you have the way that the boy is being discussed here as if he is dead, but then the mother has found a way to bring him back to some degree. And that the husband is not likely happy about it. He knows what she's doing. And if I'm right and the husband is Renoir, then it makes sense as to why his whole modus operandi, it seems to be, instead of people dying, which obviously he has a bad attachment with this stuff, he wants everyone to simply live in his family to live forever. There's also a place in the Frozen Heart zone, a workshop of sorts in which you're seeing lots of the, Nevrons in sculptive form and otherwise, and some other things. And I think that they're talking about little creations and things like that. And I think I'm hitting on some stuff, but there's still more to be discovered. I'm very interested to see how this all unfolds. I like that I don't think that I'm necessarily right, but I like that there's enough room for interpretation that it's keeping me interested. Also, the big fans of the Louvre because, you know, French. Neat place though. But yeah, the fact that we also saw people on fire, or like in this, and the paintress was like giving the illusion of everyone being on fire and whatnot, and you know, there's a lot, you know, the faceless people, and then the paintress was burning everyone's faces in that cutscene, and there's a lot of connected lines. But yeah, here's another example. You know, we're doing some sculpture in here and whatnot. When you first approach her in Act 2, which is where I'm at, when you get through the barrier, and it's an illusion of sorts, but she's more or less setting everyone, and very specifically, most of them, it's their faces, on fire. No, Will. Not cities, no. Not yet, anyway. Yeah, sure, Fox. Why not? Oh, it's the danger noodle, but it's frozen in the air. Anyone else always, like, check the time on clocks in games to see if it, like, makes any sense as far as, like, a sense of relevance? Wait, what the hell are the numbers on this bitch? It's rotated. It's like 240 something, 248 or something. Yeah, there's 10. It's just rotated. Take it and it's rotated on it to the right, clockwise by like 90 degrees. Very curious. Oh, we're seeing more now. Mama's angry with, I'm going to assume, Alicia. Was Alicia the reason why the boy died, I wonder? That thought did pass through my mind earlier.
Inside her mind. These are memories.
And we're back
How
in
do you know that?
Frozen Heart.
The chroma here. I can read it.
Oh shit, what up? It's the train boy again. This fucking dickhead. I fucking hated fighting this guy. I have to fight him again. Fuck it. I hate this guy so much. The camera pulling back throws me off so much on this for timing, and the frame rate just shits the bed. What is the frame rate in this fight? Will it even pull the fucking menu up? Find out next time. There it is. Alright, we're at a earth-shattering 55. I have 100% GPU utilization right now. My computer is dying in a fucking combat scene. Looking at the, what is that? That's right, light. Lumen is the spawn of Satan.
Here's your card. A storm is coming. Elements converge.
Oh shit, she's fire. Fuck me. Right? Okay. Fucking fine. I forgot to switch her weapon.
I'm ready. Finesse and precision.
Well, well.
I defeated a boss without taking any damage! Took you that long? Yeah. Because I've been doing nothing but parry the whole game, and it's just invariably I'm getting my shit pushed in.
Oui, là, fosse lite o Proxy?
2 merchant fights. Okay. Or no, I fight him once, but there's, what I mean is there's multiple, rewards, if you will.
Let's carve a path.
That is a very deep voice for that boy.
Oh well. Cut him down.
Oh, I know they grow fast. We've fought many.
Prepare for oblivion. Let's carve a path.
너 뭐니 마객도로.
Take your bets. Will Lumen be mentioned more than 3 times in the review? 15% to defenseless damage amplification. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, another weapon for CL.
아, 둘레 겁나.
Oh yeah, the animations in the combat are all quite good. I mean, I could run around you, but really, really, I've noticed that if as soon as there's any slope in front of you at all, getting the attack to start is like you have to be in their asshole. Is this your game of the year? So yes, and I can't even imagine what would supplant this as game of the year. I mean, like, the only other game that I can think of that's coming out this year that will likely put up a fight is maybe Death Stranding 2. And that's unlikely to be for me. That would be like just in the grand scheme of things. Best game of the decade though, I'd have to think a little harder on that. That's a long time. 10 years is a long time. Mind you, the last decade has been a bit all over the place. Not really a bug, just kind of like a quirk of the of how that mechanic is. We'll just get right down to business. That's not at all what I wanted to do. Oh, here we go. It's Morbin time. Doing real well here, Adam. lost my touch.
Careful, Mael.
Thanks, Mael. Oh, okay, just let her get hit. Don't fucking let them heal indefinitely. They figured out the secret. No comments on GTA 6? Well, GTA 6 isn't out until next year, so it's not in the conversation. It does come out now. It got delayed until May. Excuse me. Let's all remember that Verso was a big piano player. Yeah? And you find pianos just fucking randomly all over the place. Also benches. These are all core memories of the Paintress, as far as I'm concerned, of her children. Shit, the Nevrons might even be the realization of the, you know, your son draws crazy shit, like they're making like, I'm drawing a new superhero. It's gonna be May. Also, Verso, big fan of trains. Didn't you say Nevrons resemble humans? Yes, but the ways it... Yes, okay, so let me explain further. There is something to be said about how when the Gamage happens, they're very, you know, their existence is more or less, you know, the rose petal thing, the whole 9 yards. That was an item right there. But when they're outside of Lumiere, and you die without Gamaging, your body still doesn't go naturally either. There's still something else happening there. So there is something since the fracture that has changed what death is. The Paintress, this is a part of one of my theories. The Nevrons, let's add to this. So let's add another branch to the theory crafting. So let's say that the Nevrons are in fact the creations, you know, brought to life by the Paintress as a, you know, remembering her son who was big into like sculpting or drawing and was coming up with all these fantastical creatures, and she's creating these fantastical creatures. But she needs something to create them with. The very fucking essence of these people. And so in some instances, these Nevrons are expressing certain human characteristics. Oh, look who it is! And Mom just bought me a new train! Uh-huh. Tell me more. The Polar Express. You know, there's another aspect to this too. There's a lot of mirroring of stuff. You know, like Gustav is very reminiscent of oh my god, on that Verso, on that fuck today. So Gustav is very reminiscent of Verso. You know, there's some parallels between Mael and Alicia and so on and so forth. There are some themes that might also get repeated in a similar manner. So, for example, Gustav and Sophie not staying together because of the disagreement on to bring children into the world or not. In the flip, the paintress wanting to bring her child back into the world, disagreement with the husband. Let me cook. She doesn't need shoes. She floats with Lumina. She's fancy like that. Right up until you see her running around and it defeats the purpose. She only floats when she's sprinting. Figure it out. Think about it. It totally makes sense, I swear. What does that sky remind me of? The bathroom with the lactate pills.
Finesse and grace.
A storm is coming.
Mael.
Good work, Adam.
Careful, Mael.
Nailed it. At the expense of CL.
Let's start.
A storm is coming. Meet your reckoning.
Oh shit, what the fuck? Well, yes, this is Lumiere. This is literally the city.
Blade cut through the flames.
A storm is coming. Elements, converge! No, never.
You're fine. Don't be such a complainer.
Mael.
Wow, that is a slow wind up on those last two. I've never seen that attack before. I don't know how to act with it. I do know how to kill them though.
Meet your reckoning.
Good as new.
An advantage.
See, it's very, even though this is, like, this is the state you'd find them even in this non, kind of whatever, state, but, when it's not a gamage and they die, this is the state they become. It's like they've been drained of all their color, yeah? So it's like they're being drained of life force, if you will, for use somewhere else, but in such a way that's preserving the body. It's very interesting. Fucking fox. You know, it'd be really trippy now that we've determined that this is, like, technically in the Paintress's memories. If the old key that we got at the very beginning of the game opened one of these doors. That would be fucking wild. From what we see in the game, they do only turn bloodless like this outside of Lumiere because it's it's death that is not. Oh look, there's likely Gustav. Or not Gustav, sorry. Fucking Verso. Like, all we know is that if it's not a gamage, it looks like that. If it's not, like, if this is not Verso, then it's possible that Verso is... Hold on. Hold it. Verso is telling us, at least. We can't say for certain. Verso is telling us that he was in Expedition Zero. He was there at the beginning, etc., etc., etc. And he and his father helped create the dome over top of Lumiere. But he and his father, and presumably Alicia as well, are immortal at this time. And we don't know exactly through what mechanism just yet. However, I wonder. No. I don't know. For a moment, I thought I had another possible, like, theory craft thread,
understand.
but I need more
Better?
information on that one before I,
Okay.
Yeah, fine. Let's keep moving. We're almost at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Spill some ink.
Sir!
You're fit to seal.
Ah, I keep going early. Fucker. Oh my god. I shit the bed for the whole thing. Oh, that's abysmal. All right.
Your fate is sealed.
Wowzers.
Chromax flowing.
That was an absolutely awful showing.
Meet your reckoning.
Oh my god. I watched 3 Body Problem, we figured out the nature of the cosmos. Yeah, there you go. The nature of the cosmos. Chaos! Chaos! We're playing the, which is the right way and which way just leads to items game right now. My kink is finding new Pictos and then never actually learning them because I've fallen into a specific pattern with the Pictos I currently use. That's my kink. Like one new Picto enters the rotation every like fucking 9 hours. Oh fuck. Alright, we're good. The 3 Body Problem was an interesting show. I didn't hate it. I thought it was pretty good. A little fucked, but hard not to.
A storm is coming. Elements converge.
Dominion.
Got one!
Brace yourself.
I didn't get that one.
Your fate is sealed.
Interesting that we're finding these
Great.
in here.
Charlotte.
Oh, it's 70s. There we go.
We finally installed the last set of grapple points, with only days to spare.
I thought
And for
69
first
was the
time,
one
I
that did
feel
that.
real hope. This is our gift for all the expeditions to come. I am incredibly proud of our team. The interior of the monolith is perhaps
Wait, hold
the
up.
harshest landscape we've
70 got past the barrier? That
The
proved
final
that.
set of grapple points were excruciatingly complex to place and required painstaking focus and skill. But we were bold.
So the barrier went up
We
after
were
70?
ambitious, and we refused to stop. There's no other group of people I'd rather be with, and it is an honor to die by their side. It is fitting that we greet our end together within the monolith that has loomed over us for so long. Though this Nevron has won the battle, the expeditions shall win the war. Tomorrow is here.
So that might hint at the Paintress or some other. Well, let's think about this. Obviously, fucking Renoir put the barrier up. If he and Gustav, or he and not Gustav, he and Verso built the barrier around Lumiere, why wouldn't they have also put it up around her? And they probably put it up after 70 got too fucking close. And so fucking bitch McGee went in and made sure that that was the last one. Babe! Yeah, one sec. Be right back. Okay. I'm back. Pope Classic was better. Alright. Man, I am just struggling to hit these ones.
Chroma is flowing. Doing in. I'm ready.
Ah. Look,
Okay.
long combo.
Well,
Almost, but not quite.
now's our chance.
But wait! There's more! See a gaping hole I go to it, I'm assuming there.
Elements converge.
Your fate is sealed.
Oh, I'm sorry, CL!
That's better.
That hurts.
You are not the best. Huh. Interesting choice of boat to be here. Trying to see if I can make anything out on that bottle. Pretty sure that's an expedition armband that's unraveled. Can't see a number on it. Just trolling the music fading in and out. There you go. There you go. Flawless build, by the way. What could... How could you possibly make a better build than that? Just incredible. The singularity. In a very large open room. Time to walk into it menacingly. What if it's a total eclipse of the heart?
We're taking her down.
She's not the only one who grieves. The pain of losing you, she made me inherit it. Punishment, perhaps, for not being there when it mattered.
I was gonna remember what I said.
To lose my son.
I had a possible
Son of a
theory.
stranger.
But you're not.
This was my theory.
You're not.
He was brought. This Verso is the brought back dead son,
You lost
and why
me
he's
years ago,
yeah.
and I lost you.
So you leave us no choice. Tell me, how are you different from her in doing this?
I'm tired.
So trust me. We are your family.
Family is complicated.
If saving you means losing you, then so be it.
We only need to incapacitate him.
We'll find a way to kill him.
I might have been cooking a little fucking harder than I thought. Oh, we're getting power vocals now.
So little things.
Good job, Adam.
Elements converge.
I'm ready.
Don't break her heart.
A storm is coming.
I don't know if he'll break on that or not. It's gonna be close. I'll save it.
Finesse and precision.
Ah, on the edge.
Let the ink flow.
This is gonna hurt.
Your sister deserves more.
Of course I didn't think that was the only part of the battle. Are you kidding me?
Take cover.
We need each other.
I'm ready.
Do you mean it?
Take me all you want, as long as you're allowed to do it. Do you remember
Let's
what it was like before?
Blades sharp.
Sorry I failed.
You didn't fail. I'm half asleep. Don't worry about it.
Elements. Converge!
Don't turn away from us.
Ready to go. Ready to go.
Take cover. Okay. I'll do it.
I'm not sure what the window is for that one. Your fate is sealed?
Fate.
It's sealed.
How is it that I parried like his faster attacks and not the slower? Bruh. Fancy new suit. Very nice. Second chance, revive with 100% health once per battle. That probably costs a few lumina. Oh, he bleeding. I like how the volume is like 1/10 of what it was.
Remember who your real family is. It's not her. It's your sister, your mother, me. We are your family. He would condemn us all to die for what? Who do you really save with your sacrifice?
Your sister and your mother.
You're too drunk.
You're getting there.
Illusions to understand.
Then let us celebrate the second destruction of the Descendre family.
Oh, hello, dear mama. Nope, never mind. Not mama. Definitely not mama. But begs the question who this is, though. I haven't figured this part out yet.
Last we meet. This is all you have left of your son. Destroying it won't bring your wife back. It will only destroy the last tie you have to each other.
Is he the original father, then? So... Or is the son, but... Oh, see? Oh man, how much was I cooking? Was I cooking a bit?
I love them too.
I think I was cooking. I think most of this family is brought back from being dead.
Did it, Gustav?
Hey,
It brought back in quotation marks, by the way.
how did you do that?
I feel like I was cooking something.
Sure.
Not right on the nose, but I was
Curator
cooking.
Felt it.
Can you do it again?
I don't know. I think so. Yeah. Yeah, I think I can.
What did Renoir mean? The things he said to the curator.
I'm not sure.
Stop your lying. Ain't nobody believing your ass anymore. Come on. Ain't nobody not asking for so these quick. Stop. Come on.
She's through there.
Yeah. Behind this door is the future of Lumiere. What every expedition has worked towards. I have trust in us.
I mean, clearly. No, I don't want the battle theme with the lyrics, no. Not right now. The dev team did a lot of this in French, you know, for a great number of reasons, but I'm sure one of the reasons on the list was that, the, overwhelming majority of people that were to play this game were unlikely to speak the language. And so, they can get away with some shit. One of the reasons are they are French. Yes, exactly. I'm waiting for whatever the fuck this is before I start spending any points. I don't need any other skills with her anyway right now. Hard to say if those are going to be skills that you are just given, or if they're just unlocked to unlock later on. What made you decide on, oh, this team? Once I read some of the skills that they had, and I had some, you know, a few different builds run through my mind for each of them. Everyone pretty much has a build to fill more or less any role, but to me it felt like Mael was best served as a status applier, breaker, like primarily, and great counter damage, especially in the early game. And CL immediately struck me as what would likely be the most consistent late game damage. Not necessarily peak without more effort, but consistent late game damage, because once you get far enough in and your builds are strong enough, you're doing close to max damage, right? So, like 10,000. So, per hit. So it's no longer about, you know, extreme damage one hit. It's how many hits am I getting? So, yeah, looking into their builds and whatnot that I had ideas for, the three of them synergized pretty well. With Lune going through a couple of builds through the game with me, but she's always like really high damage, but she takes a little longer to get there. The build that I have with her now is, if I really wanted to, I could force it to be a consistent 2 turns. And it's just a ridiculous damage output, but that's kind of how I came to it. Verso's, I did use Gustav early on, but I just swapped him out actually not long before you lose him, and then Verso's kit, when I read it, I immediately thought, oh, he works best in a smaller team, if not alone, as a standalone with certain items. And so I built him to be better either by himself or in the, you know, the last team to go out on the field if your first team fails. Minoko is the classic blue mage syndrome that I get with other JRPGs, where you have blue mages like that, where they rely upon you having them in your party to go out and farm a variety of enemies to get skills, to unlock, to use them. And it's always the same problem with me. I know in the back of my mind that there's a good shot that has the ability to be a possibly broken-ass fucking character, but it's the effort at the time in which they enter your party that puts me off, and so I almost never use them. So Minoko's kind of like a backbencher that's supporting in any way he can, Verso when he's on the field. Miles Tree? Yeah, sure. Like, I could unlock a whole bunch of shit, but I'm just holding on to some points for now until I see what the fuck is going on here. This is an interesting series of stuff. Mael has a handful of very well, not very unique, because there's one other character I think that can do one of those builds, but some really unique-ish or like interesting builds where bordering on Berserker wants to be low health, like a status mule or a damage mule. Verso can be a status mule, which is an interesting way of using him. He has a very cheap status clear, and he can also pull status off your entire party. Yeah, like there's some very interesting, unique builds that you can do for sure, and I'm sure that some builds are going to be even more important to try to use when it comes to you know, the extra bosses and things of that nature. I suspect I can probably teleport back to this banner. I want to go to camp. You know damn well there's some conversations to be had. No, Oppo. Typically, no. When I first play through a game, with very, very, very limited exceptions, will I want any real input. And I will usually be very, very specific and obvious about it when I'm actually requesting any information. I like to, because especially if I'm reviewing a game, I don't want to have my experience of learning about aspects of my first playthrough being through somebody else telling me about it, because it feels like then it's like a, if the chat didn't tell me, then I wouldn't have done it, and that would affect how I view how the game presents certain aspects of itself. Right? And so I typically avoid it. Oh, we're at the point in the game where I could make an argument that I want to just have one of these, you know, we're looking for specific builds. I almost need to, like, just juice one person with something to really make some magic happen, but I guess. We can do it that way. Oh, wait a minute. Nope, not yet. What scares me about my current Mael situation is that, given what we know about this family, fire at some point is probably not going to be viable. You know what I'm saying? Also, does anyone else not find it kind of suspicious that she has a weapon that inflicts burn on herself? Yeah, I'm just gonna hold on to all of my items until I have a bit more certainty on some of these bigger bosses I'm gonna have to go up against, because
I'm sorry.
Me too.
Did you know?
Really? Wait.
Because
You're fine. We are. You ready? Yeah. Still thinking about.
I wish.
I can't believe we're this close.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh,
You seem preoccupied.
it's nothing. It's been a long.
Extra.
You on it? You're not nervous.
Of course, we will do. And
nailed it. Feet! Did I cry? No, I did not cry, no. Toyota announces redesign of RAV4 to be hybrid only moving forward. Not surprising, because they did that with the Camry. Toyota is very much being smart about this whole transition, knowing that there's not a big enough market for electric only. And even if there was, the grid does not support it basically anywhere in the fucking world. So they're intelligently doing their job, reducing emissions, doing hybrids, mastering it, and then, you know, they'll be ready to switch to electric when the time comes. If it ever does fully arrive. Lost Odyssey, I mean, I'm just not a crier in general. I've only cried a handful of times, you know, in my adult life. It's just kind of not my disposition. But, like, Lost Odyssey, this game gave me feels at certain points. It's very much a millennial game, so there's a lot of things that is, you know, that are relatable in them, or in the game. But Lost Odyssey had a lot of really hard-hitting moments, but not too many of them were in the actual, like, main quest. They were almost all of the best stuff from that perspective was Thousand Year Dreams. But yeah, I think that my theory that I remember when I said I wasn't 100% sure I needed more information. It does feel like there's a chance that there's some validity to it. So there's a chance that Renoir was in the same vein that I believe Mael and possibly even Verso here, and to some extent possibly even Alicia, but hard to say, are in quotation marks resurrections. Or like we're seeing throughout here the motif of like you know, putting things back together and whatnot, and that audio log where it's the mother, the way that she's speaking about the son, seems as though she did that and it was not what the father wanted. I do believe that the curator is the actual father and Renoir was the attempted rebirth, which is why he said I loved them too or some shit. I'm pretty sure that's where that's coming from. And also why the curator oversees the manor, as it were, and why everything has to come from Mael. So there is something to my cooking here. There is something to the cook.
We're outside.
She's there. I can feel her.
We need to be as prepared as possible. Once we go up, there's no turning back.
Which I find interesting given several other game mechanics. I don't feel like this is the end. I feel like we're about to be fucking cast out of the realm. After all, these are all memories. You know what I mean? We enter into this location, we're not in the real world. We can just be thrown out.
That's her. The paintress.
She looks like the curator.
Mm-hmm.
Renoir. He mentioned the curator's wife. She's the paintress.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's in the names, really. The paintress, the curator.
Come back.
Voice.
Alors tranchons la trame
but the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Are you really here? Or is he?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is he playing tricks again? Alicia.
Alicia.
Mm-hmm.
Face.
Mm-hmm.
My face. What about my face? Are you going to burn it again?
Alicia's your daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And Mayel reminds you of her. The daughter you lost.
Come along. Let's go home.
Yes. You need to go home.
This is another trick. She's not Alicia. You are not my Verso.
No. Verso's dead.
No. No. You are his creations, not mine.
Everyone's doing math right now.
Not take this canvas from me.
This is what we created the expeditions for.
Tomorrow comes.
How cruel of your father to use you like this.
Take cover.
Useful. Good.
Let's dance.
Ready?
Let's spill some ink.
Do you understand what you've done? You killed him!
Remember it.
Elements. Converge.
This will hurt. This will hurt.
Who are you supposed to be?
Ow!
Risks. Swiftly now.
Meet your
That's just normal mode. Time to be cast out.
Beth.
Merit counter.
I don't like this.
What better way of being cast out than by the giant doll version of the Paintress? Oh shit, here come that boy. Oh, how convenient! He's been sitting on it! There's gonna be some questions about that.
Let's go.
Oh, we're still out here. Okay.
Renoir can grieve however he likes, but I get to grieve my own way.
With a paintbrush. We're gonna suffer some losses here.
I die. So be it. It's locked on you.
Tell your father I don't need him to look out for me.
That's better.
Peaceful.
Now's our chance.
This will hurt.
Ready.
That's an ouchie.
A storm is coming. Meet your reckoning.
That's an ouchie, bro. Okay, now would be a very good time to leave. No? Okay.
Is it over?
We're not done yet.
Oh my god.
Brace yourselves.
Oh, we're doing this. Of course. Of course. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make us feel bad. Are we the bad guys? I was trying to end on a gradient, but doesn't look like we're getting it. But we are going out poetically with Mael, who should be getting the last hit. There's the item I knew was coming. We talked about this the other day. Damage can exceed 10k. There it is. I fucking knew it. Sorry, dear mama. Alright, I was cooking pretty hard so far. The cook has been real.
Rest now. Things will be better soon.
You know what the crazy thing is? I've been doing about the same damage for the last 20 levels. Because my build is dumb. Alicia is kind of at the center of all this. She can fucking teleport shit around, for God's sake. I'm telling you, we noticed the pedals. Obviously.
Umber!
She's gone. She's gone.
It's not done. You guys aren't paying attention at all. This was just a necessary evil.
You're free. You are all free.
Is this real?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Gustav's watching over us.
That's a important question, Mael.
Come.
Is this real? Remember where you are right now.
Wanna plant it?
Who the fuck been carrying that shit? Or maybe we just conjured it up.
Though presumably, there'll be no one coming after, right?
It's symbolic.
Have I spotted Mael's eyes? It's kind of hard to miss it when they fucking changed and did some crazy shit when she touched the mother, so yeah. Noticed.
Let's go home.
Yeah.
Comedic relief. Here come that boy.
Still feel immortal?
No less than yesterday.
Shall we test it out?
I appreciate the offer.
Thanks, Gambit.
Monoko, you've been extra quiet since we got to the monolith.
Have I?
What
Mm-hmm.
now? We go back to Lumiere and life goes on.
Yeah. Decades and decades in front of us. Guess this is how it feels to be immortal. What do we do now with all this time?
The expedition might be over. But we're not done yet. There are so many questions left to answer.
Thank you for having a brain. Finally, somebody's... Please, I believe in you. You can do it.
Lumiere red.
I'm waiting for the rug pull of the fucking century. Yeah, so I banged the guy behind us. What? I did. It happened. But just once, because then he turned me down. There you go. Bust a move, SK. The Lost Boys. Unfortunately, old Gus Gus understandable reaction for a child. Meanwhile, Dollar Tree Gustav, realizing he's still lying by omission to literally everyone. This is a letter from Alicia, yeah?
Brother, I tire of the conflicts and deceptions that plague our family and theirs. So, I entrust you with this letter. Whether you give it to her is up to you. I'm at peace with what's to come. When the time comes, I hope you will be too. Maya, it's a strange feeling watching you with my brother, laughing and smiling, without the scars or the memories that afflict me. Alicia, as she was meant to be.
I'm fucking
this
cooking.
painted version that I am.
I'm fucking cooking.
My family, a facsimile of yours, and this world, a mirror.
Bro, I cooked so
painted by
hard.
your mother, the paintress.
Oh my god.
To stave off her grief.
Oh, I cooked so hard!
Your expedition through would plunge us all into the abyss. For in ridding the world of the paintress, you'd lose the sole force standing against the one who would erase us. The one who invokes the flowers of the Gamash. An act of love. For he does love her. Your father. On her monolith, she paints a warning for us all. Of the few she can save as her power wanes.
Yes? Yes?
We all wish
yes?
for our families to thrive. Your family, however, believes only one can survive. But perhaps you'll find another way. You who have lived amongst us, perhaps you differ from your father and your sister, as I differ from mine.
Oh my
Your
god,
mother
I
paints
fucking
life,
cooked.
whilst your father, death. What will you paint?
And now, for something a little different. Uh-huh. 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 They ain't dying, though. Yes. Yes.
You're okay.
I was right. I was right. Alicia is at the center of all this, bro.
Good, you're awake. Come downstairs.
Hmm. Mm. Okay. I need to get through to a part where we can save because I actually have to go to bed
now.
here.
I'm in Renoir's atelier.
Hmm.
Alicia, quit dawdling. End of the corridor, you know where it is.
Oh my god. What levels of cook?
Finally. Our little shadow is awake.
Oh. Yes. Yes. Alright. I have to call it there. Probably saved. I have to call it there. I got to go to bed. There's lots more of this to come, I'm sure, so I need to just end it there. Listen. I'm saying I had like a 70% hit rate, maybe even a bit higher. I feel like I'm about to get a bit of a fucking twisty nipple twist here, for sure. This, you know, Clea's already won, but that was a pretty good fucking cook. That was a pretty good fucking cook. Your new theory by tomorrow? My theory, I don't have any more major theories as of right now, because, like, fucking a huge percentage of my previous theories turned out to be more or less accurate. I find this interesting. There is another layer. So, like, but there was no way for me to really kind of see this layer until now, which is smart by them. It allows them a, but wait, there's more, right? So I don't have any more major theories right now. All of my theories were based on everything that led up to this moment. And so, from this point on, I have no other major theories. There are going to be elements of my theories leading up to this point that will still likely play to a degree, but only so far as what's about to likely unfold here will kind of explain them a bit. But there's also stuff going on here that was never on my bingo card because there was no possible real way for me to piece that together. But I might be getting ahead of myself. Maybe there are still things that I cooked that have yet to be released. We'll have to wait and see. Thank you so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed yourselves. We put in some work, and that was great. I look forward to seeing more and seeing what the next crazy bits are that's coming, because now it's just, I feel like we're about to hit a roller coaster of fuck. It's the technical term. I will hopefully see you guys tomorrow for that cook, but this time it will be the game cooking and not me. And until I do see you, do me a favor, have a good morning, afternoon, or evening. Stay safe, have a good one, as always, good luck. Have kitchens. You can cook in those.